Welcome to the Realms. We are starting a new Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign tonight. I'm going to have the group introduce themselves and their characters really quick, and then we're going to go ahead and dive into the game. Where do you want to start? You want to dice off? We should start with a dice off.
Dice off!
D20?
D20. Low die has to go first.
I got a 6.
I got a 17.
I got a 10.
I got a 19.
Looks like you're first.
Looks like I'm first. Hi, I'm Matt Fellman, also known as Baddox Ash sometimes on the interwebs. I am playing a new character, Jax Mordecai, and he is a human rancher. That's right. I do ranching.
Not telling the group. Got it.
No, I'm playing a sorcerer as well, but the background's a rancher. You know, simple life. Farm
Right.
folk.
Right.
We'll just go clockwise around the table.
Oh, okay. I feel like I got shanghaied a little there. I'm Zero.
You're the only person whose name is all in caps for some reason, too.
Because you gotta yell it.
0!
Yeah, I'm not going to, though. I'm playing Bork, the Goblin Bard.
A chuckle from production.
Because why not? I mean, come on. Goblins are rad.
They like to sing.
And bards are great, so it's like...
We're ready to sing some Goblin songs.
You know what? I hope you're ready for me to sing some Goblin songs.
I think everybody is.
Oh, man.
Clear that throat.
No, it's that, by all means.
I'm just wondering.
No,
I don't
go
want to
ahead.
interrupt you.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I was just clearing my throat. I wasn't going to start singing now.
Oh,
I had to wait until it's, apropos.
I'm disappointed.
And now I can't sleep at night.
Hey everybody, I'm Hurricane Katrina. I am playing Von Venetrina, an Arctic elf druid. That's it.
Where do we shorten that? Do we
You can
shorten it
call
at the
me-
beginning and go Von, or
You're not an elf. There's
the
not
end,
enough apostrophes
Trina?
in there.
It's
none of apostrophes?
Von Venetrina is my full first name. You don't shorten it.
Do you have your nickname? Because most
Vaughn.
You can call me Von Vin. That'd be
no,
kinda cool.
they have a completely separate name. They only give their real name out to their friends.
Or
You're
perhaps a
supposed to be your
last name
friend.
that we can just call you by so we don't confuse you with
You're-
the other Von Venetrinas that we know.
I might enjoy saying that name over and over
I have
again,
my
though.
book. That's okay. I'm not the smart person or the spellcaster in this party, so I don't need to take notes.
No notes needed.
No notes needed. Were you all done? You got more? You're an elf. You should have more.
How about now?
My full name is Von Venetrina Tiernader.
Nice.
Say that.
Let's call
6
you
times
V.
fast.
But what's the nickname we give to other people? People that aren't your friends.
Hey, are you an elf?
No.
Shut up.
All right.
You're human.
Moving
right?
on.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with V.
Human.
Like, V.
Whatever you want it to be, but that's what it is. I mean, we goblins are simple folk.
That is true.
We're lost.
All right.
The double entendre is lost on us.
My name's Mike.
That's not what it says on the screen.
Does it say Fabio?
It says Fabs.
Fabs.
Oh, also
Fabs.
nice. My name is Fabi.
And the hate mail will come.
Yep. Not sponsored.
Yet.
I am playing Cosmal Kazakar, the Dwarven Ranger, not spellcaster in the party.
I should have been writing these names down.
I think all of you are spellcasters, aren't you?
Sure.
We are actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a way weird reversed role for me.
Yep.
Usually I am
Once
the
again,
spellcaster.
the group has a ton of spellcasters, which means I can increase the magical threat in this game.
Well, we did it
Ranger?
for you.
Yeah. Primal. I don't know what bards do. Are they a cult? Arcane?
A cult.
A cult?
What's your character's first name?
Kazmal. Kazmal.
Von Venetrina. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
It's the last time I'm using
You
the
guys
full
heard
name.
it.
Nice
If
poking.
he said
Nice.
it, you can say it.
I will
Like
say
I said,
it
last time I'm using the full name.
every time.
What was your character's name?
Mine is Jax Mordecai.
Jax. Got it.
Jax.
I'll just call you all long shanks, except for your medium shanks, because dwarves are shorter.
We do need a talking wand.
Well, something.
Druid?
Pokey just said in her world you're all sandwiches.
Right. Okay. Dude, you need to start making a Goblin Bard sandwich.
We don't have goblin bread. It's the only bread we don't have.
We could fix that.
Me.
I don't think we should make.
I don't
goblin
think-
You
bread.
shut your mouths. Goblin bread is probably okay.
Hey, Goblin. What's your name?
Aged
Bork.
well.
Bork? From Bork?
I am Bork the Mighty.
Bork the goblin.
Bork. Because I couldn't come up with a
All
better
right.
name.
So where our story begins here is in the sleepy little town of Storm's End, and we're gonna get into a little background. This session is kind of an establishing story, an establishing character session too. It's gonna be a lot of role playing. I don't have any battle mats prepared. That
Great.
doesn't rule out the possibility of a fight, but.
I grabbed a miniature.
So, Storm's End is in northern Varissia, just south of New Thessalonia, and it was founded by your ancestors. Your ancestors were all part of a group of adventurers, and my players have been cued in on this a little bit, but this is for the audience at home. And
What's the name of our town again?
Storm's End.
Storm's End.
Yep. And you know that your ancestors were part of an adventuring group that were active some 50 plus years ago. And they had established enough wealth that they had decided to retire in this area and establish this town. And of the original adventuring crew, Lael Griffin is the only surviving member in town, and he is the mayor of town. And he is used to be a cleric of Desna, but has since lapsed in his faith. And he also runs the inn in town. It's a small village, so when you're in a village this size, you tend to wear more than one hat. In addition to being the mayor, he also runs the Horseshoe Inn, or just known locally as the Shoe.
I approve.
Cormac Kazakar, which was your father, died fighting in the events of the formation of New Thessalonia. He had gone to protect a nearby village, and his efforts did stop the rampaging monsters, but at the cost of his life. Roman Mordecai was your grandfather, and he died just 3 years past of old age in the village. Scooge the Goblin died of old age many years ago.
Indeed.
He was your great-grandfather, if
Yeah.
I recall. So.
Yeah, great grandfather. Scooge. He was a champion.
Amrua, am I saying that
was his
right?
class.
Amrua?
Yeah.
And that was your mother, and she was one of the adventuring group, died in a flash flood 6 years ago, trying to prevent some of the damage it was going to cause for magic. And those are the those are the people who helped found Storm's End. And so the four of you, in a way, grew up together in this village. I think you're all roughly the same age, close enough.
Yeah.
How old is Bork?
Probably like 7 or 8.
Okay, Goblin's age very different.
Yeah. So 7 or 8 is usually like when you hit. It's like 18, 17, 18.
Which is what I am.
Okay.
18.
I know dwarves and elves mature about the same rate as humans do, and then stop aging in their 20s.
See, oddly enough, so do goblins.
Because they're dead.
All right, so Mike is also known as Fabs. It's a nickname in our group. So
For
anyway,
like 16 years.
yeah,
It's the long flowing hair.
used to be.
Used to be.
We could get him a wig.
Oh, please. Please, please.
I'll bring the one you left over the other day. I'm going to hand out some hero points here. We're going to be using chips to represent hero points. At the start of a session, you are awarded hero points. They reset every time we sit down to play.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hero points are awarded for doing cool things in the game. Good role playing, defending the innocent, like just, something really heroic gets you a hero point. They can be spent to re-roll a die. That's an important use of hero points. They can also be spent to recover from the dying condition. So they're good to have.
Also useful.
Especially in Chris's games.
Dying condition is a common condition. It's nice, like the cold,
Just even like social encounters.
right?
Oh, crap.
All right, so where we're beginning is it is the month of Neth. I know you guys have all researched this, so I don't have to really dig into depth of what that means.
Sneth. It's like
Yeah.
my favorite holiday.
Neth, it's the 6th of Neth.
Oh, month.
Which coincidentally coincides with our real world date of the 6th of November.
All right.
Well, isn't that fortuitous?
I bought winter clothes. That's amazing.
It's not quite full winter here yet. Varissia, this area of Varissia is temperate enough still that no real snowfall has happened yet. And tomorrow is a holiday, which is it's Harvest Feast Day. So the last of the harvest is being brought in today. Today's like the last day of the hard work. And then tomorrow is a celebration of that in town.
So it's Neftoberfest.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That
Neth,
was awesome.
the month Neth is, by the way, named after the god Nethys, who is the god of magic.
Okay.
So all the months in Galarian are named after gods.
All right.
I suppose that's better than Roman emperors.
All right. So, what does a normal day in the life look like in the village for you, especially with the harvest and coming to an end? Don't everybody go at once.
I'll
Same
go.
order we rolled in. Go. Oh.
Well, you started to talk, and then he threw that out there, so
Yeah,
then I was
yeah.
stuck. So either way, I'm good.
Who do we start with?
I can always go. All right. So Jax is normally helping out on the family ranch. We own a ranch, now fairly sizable, that grandfather built when they first set up the town. He knew he wanted to raise horses and, till the field and stuff like that. So he set it all up, and then we, over time grew as a family, and the ranch grew as well. Now we're one of the main suppliers of horses for the village, and do quite a good trade at it.
That's an interesting day.
Well, that's just a history of where I am, and then so I'm helping out on the farm, helping feed the horses and whatnot. When the camera pans in, I'm standing in a field, just standing there, staring off into the distance.
Like forlornly.
No,
Okay.
Dun dun.
just
Blankly.
Okay.
just yeah, literally just standing there staring, and then the camera pans off and onto somebody else.
Onto Bork, the goblin.
That was overly dramatic.
It was.
I can hear Pokey in the other room. So, not anything that he had going on. Probably just helping tend the garden, harvest the vegetables, eating pickles, playing something that roughly looks like a balalaika, fighting my brothers.
Okay.
Typical goblin-y stuff.
Okay.
Shanking each other
With the pickles.
with the pickles.
It's pretty simple. Like I said, goblin are simple folk.
Okay. Vonvin, being a druid, lives in a grove that's slightly outside of the village, but comes in every day. One of the things that keeps Vonvin connected with the village is she's a gatherer and a tracker, so she will hunt for small animals. She'll do some river fishing, gathering roots and herbs and mushrooms that you find out in the forest, and bring those things in for trade for the things that she needs.
Okay.
So there's not many other druids in our village. My mom was really selective about who she chose to carry on the druidic tradition. So I kind of live alone, and it doesn't bother me as much, except for I am really attached to my friends in the village.
Okay.
Typical day for me, well, today being the day before the festival, I'm probably out checking snares and seeing if there's other things to bring in, gathering wood as being a woodsman. Unless there's enough wood for the party tomorrow, in which case I'm probably chopping wood.
Okay.
Work.
All right. Well, as part of the celebration, and it is kind of the highlight of the festival as well, is that the town does gather up enough coin or trade that they bring in fireworks to wrap out the night. And so that is something that's looked forward to. So on this day, there's a lot of excitement in the village as the merchant wagons start to roll into town. And they're brightly colored Varisian wagons that roll in. Think our kind of a picture of gypsies, of the gypsy caravan.
Cool. I forgot to mention, sorry, my character also dabbles in healing stuff, so I'm often called upon to help with that minor things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe even midwifery. Sorry, I'm done.
It's all good. So on this day, you have these wagons rolling in, and of course, the younger kids, which if you're not part of that grouping anymore, go running and follow the wagons in. There's a lot of laughing and cheering as this happens. The merchants are almost different every year. Like, you don't really, it's not like the caravans take different routes, and so you don't see familiar faces among the merchant caravans. And your village is so remote that it's not often you get merchants here anyway. Like these agreements are made months and months in advance for this to happen. And yeah, so that's kind of the midpoint of the day as you watch these four wagons come rolling into town. You're still standing out in your field.
Yeah.
Okay. Just get a little camera shot back there.
Yeah, just sort of pans by him.
2 hours later, standing in the same spot,
Yep.
still staring off at nothing. Well, eventually you would get called in for supper.
I'll blink and
Finally.
look around. And I'll walk towards the house.
Okay.
So what he fails to mention is everybody else in town knows that he's got a screw loose.
No, he's been a pretty quiet kid. You guys have always known him
As a
sort of.
creeper.
No,
Gotcha.
no, he was the farm kid. He was
Yeah.
always helping while you guys were like playing or having parties. He was tending, doing farm chores and milking, feeding.
Any
And,
raids.
no, nothing fun. He was
Horses
very,
in the dean's office.
very serious kid. He only came around when the parents and the grandparents brought together the families for sort of a party, and he was always just sort of like, oh, there he is.
Sheltered.
Yeah. No, just
Farm kid, just
Farm
busy
kid.
working the farm all the time.
busy working the farm. Didn't really see much in playing or having fun. Just a good day's work.
So, speaking of, that is a thing that you know growing up. Well, except for, of course, Bork's ancestor. But your 3 ancestors and the mayor on, like, the harvest feast day would get together, like, kind of in a closed room and, like, share drinks and reminisce about the past. And one other thing you know, and all of you know this about your ancestor, is one thing that their adventuring group had was all of them had on their left shoulder a tattoo. And it was a magical tattoo, and it was, so the tattoo moved, and it was of storm clouds rolling, and then occasionally it would arc down a 3-pronged bolt of lightning.
Are we all gonna have to get that tattoo?
In real life, yes.
Okay.
Characters, no, it's optional.
I want a tattoo that moves.
Like on their shoulder?
Yeah.
I don't have enough room.
Oh yeah, in real life you don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could get it on my knee.
Oh, and you might have seen it too. Once again, not you. But the tattoo, as the storms would move and do that, they would occasionally form like a howling face in the clouds before it would launch the bolt of lightning.
Did I ever get a chance to ask my mom about this tattoo?
If you did, she would deflect it.
Okay. All right.
Mind your business.
Just like it was initiation into our group.
Okay.
Everyone had one.
Followed up with a taste of the back of her hand. I'll go play out in the yard with the dogs.
Elves are more gentler folk, sir.
How am I supposed to know? I'm not an elf.
And so the at least for 3 of you, the harvest feast day is a little bit of a bittersweetness to it because it is a reminder of the people you've lost. But life in the village keeps you busy, and it's a hard life. You're a frontier village, and you know the winter is coming, and the winter here is a little longer than parts to the south that you've heard told of, where parts, if you go far enough south, where it snows not at all. But you know to expect 4 to 5 months of winter here, and so everyone's gearing up for that.
Northwest Montana. Great. Got it.
Not as high up.
I like it that way. I prefer the winter. I've heard of these warm places. I never want to go there.
So disappointed. But yeah, so that evening, as after you're finished with supper and your parents checking in to make sure you're feeling well,
I smile.
you are given leave to. How far out of town are you?
Probably maybe a mile or 2.
Okay, so close enough that you could walk to town.
Yeah. It's not like I gotta ride in or hook up the wagon.
Now the next day you will, because
Bringing the stuff
you're
in.
bringing all the stuff in,
Food
bring
in.
wagons and whatnot into town. Who
Hey.
lives in town?
Hay bales and stuff.
Ish. It's out the south side.
You guys don't live in town, or
I probably do.
okay?
Yeah.
So once again, after the evening chores are done and the work is done for the day, you're given leave kind of by your family to go socialize and be in town with your friends.
I smile. Okay. I'm going to get an ale. I just walk out the door.
Okay.
Don't say bye or anything.
I'm 50 years old. My parents don't tell me what to do anymore.
Fair enough.
But I just want to chop one more cord of wood.
I mean, barely they don't.
Barely. Just barely. Yeah.
So, as is tradition, you go to gather at the shoe that evening, waiting to see as they start to set things up in town for the festival the next day. Unless any of you decide to stay home or do something else.
No, I think the shoe is a great place.
Sure.
All right.
Closer to fire.
What's our relationship with Lale?
Lale. Like I said, he's the mayor of town. You're not like super close to him. You know that your parents were, or grandparents, or great grandparents, or whatever it is in some cases.
So we don't have like familial affection with him.
No, not necessarily.
He's not like our adopted grandpa. Or
No,
anything.
no. You definitely get the feeling that he kind of watches over all of you. But he's mayor of the town, so growing up with that, you kind of take it for granted.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's getting old. He's a human.
Oh.
So he's like pushing 80.
Wow. Good for him.
And so yeah, he's not in the best of health these days either. But he can frequently be found hanging out at the shoe near the fireplace during the colder times. Like even tonight, even though there's no snow yet, it'll definitely drop below freezing tonight.
Okay. I'll basically walk right to the entrance of town and just kind of stand there for a minute and look. How quaint. Walk in. Heading for the
There's
shoe.
not much to town. So town is the shoe is the biggest building. It is a 3-story inn. The main level of the inn is kind of your traditional pub tavern. You know, they have a full kitchen, they serve food, and it's kind of a place for people to hang out and have fun and enjoy the evening, enjoy their drink. The top 2 levels of it are all rooms for rent, but because of the scarcity of visitors to town, it's very rare that even the second level is completely rented out. And so the top floor stays mostly in mothball storage, so to speak. There is also a small trading post, just called the Post.
Oh, clever.
That
I see what they did there with
Yep.
the name.
and other than that, there's a few homes in the area as well. There's like a smithy, and the name escapes me now. Person who works on horses and horseshoes and whatnot.
A ferryman?
Farrier.
Yeah, farrier. Thank you. So, you have all, the basic amenities for travelers coming through are all right located centrally in town. And then you have other people who farm and, farm fields or have ranches and whatnot in the area as well. The merchants do come through trading in coin or goods for the things produced here, and then go on. And Storm's End keeps a happy and healthy little existence here, kind of nestled at it's just south of the border to New Thessalonia.
Okay.
When I come into town, I'll bring in like tree boughs and things to decorate the town or decorate.
Okay.
I'll bring in a cart full,
Okay.
a hand cart,
No problem.
because I know how to do that appropriately.
Nice. Okay.
I'll look over probably while I'm just about to stop standing there and see her coming in with the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. If it isn't Von Venetrina. Hello.
Hey Jax, how's it going?
I am well. How are you?
You feeling okay?
I am. I'm feeling refreshed. It's been a long time since I've gotten off the farm.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm good.
You bringing some, what are those, sticks?
They're tree boughs to decorate for the festival tomorrow.
Oh yes, the festival is tomorrow. That's right. I'm excited. Are you?
I am excited. That's why I'm here.
Good. Well,
You want a drink?
I would love a drink. It's
Let's go
been
get a drink.
ages. Let's go get a drink.
Okay.
When was the last time we sat down and had a drink?
I don't know.
It's
Couple
been a
months
while,
ago?
right? So let's go do that. Yes,
How's the farm?
it's still standing,
How are your parents?
alive.
Good to hear that.
Indeed. Let's go.
How?
Oh, he's weird.
Okay,
not-
so this is
not-
normal.
No, this is not him. Normal.
This is not him.
Yeah.
Okay. He's super weird.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna make that a mental note until I can like pull someone aside.
I'm probably already getting an ale.
Already inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
would be walking from the burrow,
Okay.
casually strumming my guitar.
I touch his forehead. Like,
He like
how
leans
you
back.
feeling?
I'm fine. Nope.
Does he have a fever?
No, he feels kind of cool.
He feels cool. Okay. Huh.
I mean, it's cold out. He's been
It's
walking-
cold,
he's been
yeah.
walking here.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
Can I help you with this? He'll like take the other arm of the
Thank you.
wagon.
That's so kind of you. I'll move over to the other side so that we can stand on either side and pull together.
So, how's the grove, right?
Yeah, it's flourishing.
Yeah? Excellent. A lot of animal friends and whatnot.
I do have a lot of animal friends. Oh my gosh, you should have seen this hilarious thing that Tweeter did the other day, my squirrel friend. She is so hilarious this time of year. She just runs around like a crazy person gathering all these nuts, and she like did this little like twirl backflip thing from one branch to the other, and then like fell off and like kind of did a little twirly backflip and like landed all like style on the ground, and like she posed. It was hilarious.
Fascinating.
Is he normally this interested? What's going on here?
You can ask
What
him
am I?
directly
What am I?
Yeah?
What am I sensing
Is
here?
this
What am I
normal for
picking
him?
up?
No.
Okay.
No, most people tune you
No.
out.
Yeah.
When you start talking
Yeah.
about animals, they're like,
Yeah, and I'm picking up on that. Yeah. Okay.
I just. Sometimes, you ever get that moment in your life where you want to appreciate things that you've taken for granted for so many years?
Wow, buddy. I wish we weren't so awkward.
What's wrong with having a new? What's having an introspective of life?
Bravo.
Except it's not you. Have you been like smoking something, or what did you get into out there at the ranch?
No,
Let me
I'm.
see. Hey, you ate those mushrooms, didn't you? I told you to stay away from those mushrooms.
Oh, you got me. It was the mushrooms. They were good. So good. Oh, here we are. He like lets go of your cart and it just kind of drops and walks into the shoe. Oh, but he stops. Oh, where's my manners? And he like opens the door and ushers you in.
You go ahead. I'm
Oh.
gonna go deliver these boughs real quick to the matron. Does Lael have a wife?
No, he never married, never had kids.
Okay, I'll just take it around to the back of the inn so that it's ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll meet you in there. Yeah. So I'll just go drop
Excellent.
it off real quick and meet him in there.
Okay.
As the door slams behind him, as he steps in, he blinks for a minute, rubs his eyes. Huh. Sees you guys at the bar? Or you are
I'm
you
not
not
there
there yet? Sees you at the bar. Hey! What's going on?
Not much.
Casmal. Sorry. That's the player. That's the player looking your name up. Not like Casmal. Yeah. Hey, Casmal.
What's up, Jax?
Nothing. You ever have those things where like you're walking or something and you completely forget the last 5 minutes and you really don't realize how you got here?
All the time.
It's called ale, right? Dwarven spirits.
Right?
He sits up at the bar and motions for. I'll honeymead, please.
Yeah, you're recognized. I mean, when you guys come into the shoe, it's like coming home. It's you know everybody in town. So
Norm.
You know everybody there, with the exception, of course, of the merchants who have come in. These Rissian merchants who have come in and have kind of taken over about 2 tables in a corner, which is a sizable amount of the space here still. It's not a huge inn. But yeah, and they're like loud and they're toasting, and they come a good distance to get here, and it was a successful journey, and the weather is held, so they're very happy about that. So they seem like a pretty jovial group. And then you see one man sitting off kind of on his own, and he's dressed like a northerner.
Mm.
So
do we get many northerners down here?
A few.
On occasion, so it's not odd to see it.
It's odd, but not completely uncommon. How about that?
Like how far north? Like deep north?
Like Land of the Linnorn Kings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Great White North.
So like think like your stereotypical Viking. Dressed in like the furs and leathers, like corded rope belts, and like a pack sitting next to him, with an axe lying across it. And like a traditional round shield, like that's underneath it, like everything's sitting on top of.
And a substantial mustache.
He has a full beard.
Okay, so yeah, substantial mustache.
Yes, full beard, blonde hair. Looks relatively like in human equivalent, close to your age, like maybe just into his early 20s. And he's sitting there with kind of that look of he's not happy to be where he is right now and doesn't want to really talk to anybody. Like just kind of gives off that vibe of he's there drinking his drink and looking around the room and glaring at anybody that comes too close.
Now, the merchants that came in, typical gypsies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And like men and women both, a variety of ages, and there's about a little more than a dozen of them altogether.
And they're the ones that usually bring in the fireworks every year.
Rissian merchants, yes, not the same crew though. It's very rare that you get the same people through.
Okay.
Their caravan routes are very erratic.
Okay. These the firework merchants?
I think so.
And they bring in fireworks and they bring in other things as well. They are here to trade and
But the fireworks are cool.
the fireworks are what you guys look forward to. Yeah.
When did they roll into town?
Earlier, I think. Noon? Afternoon?
Huh.
Yeah.
Mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
Man, I totally missed that.
Yeah.
It's just been one of those days. It's just gone like that,
Right, yeah.
What are you drinking?
Just a dark ale. Whatever they call it here.
Dark ale.
The shoe dark.
The dark shoe.
The dark shoe.
Shoe polish.
Perhaps, the
Shoe polish,
That's
yes.
where I was going to go with it, too.
Yeah, and it's thick. It's the thick,
Pasty almost.
Right.
Like a bread.
You're getting your carbs just drinking it.
Right, yeah. Carb load.
So,
Chopper will.
I
where's
make
everybody
my
else?
way in.
Oh,
Make my way in right about
Okay.
now.
where's everybody else? Ding-a-ling. Oh,
There's Vaughn right there. Sure, Bork will be here any time.
You probably come in right after her before the door even
When I
closes.
do, I like try to like kick the door open, but it doesn't. And I'm like, I like push it open and then kick it so it hits something. I'm like just casually strumming my balalaika-sized, stringed instrument,
Okay.
Bork's here too.
walking through,
Bork!
like greeting people. Walk by the Viking. I'm like, that's a lovely mustache you have there, sir. Keep walking. Walk up to the bar. Step aside, Longshanks. I need some beer.
Get this short round of...
Short round. I kick him.
Ah! An ale! I was gonna get you an ale.
All right.
Vaughn, how's it going?
Good.
You
How many
alright?
times a day are you gonna ask me? How many times in an hour are you gonna ask me how I'm doing?
Is something wrong with asking you how you're doing? Did I?
Start doing
Only
it.
when you ask me 6 times.
When did I didn't ask you 6 times today.
Like I need to bring a ukulele.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
I like you so much because you're like a small feral animal.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen anything yet. It's gonna get better.
Wait till he's hungry.
And start casting spells.
There's hangry, and then there's
Goblin.
hungry goblin.
Right, yeah.
Well, come sit, have an ale. You all right? Oh, I already asked you that.
He seems back to normal right now.
You see,
Awkward farm boy asking you how you're doing every 5 seconds. I think he's fine.
Shut up, man.
did you base your character off of Argyle?
Strangely, it started happening that way slowly over the character's
There's nothing
creation.
you can do after.
It was a backslide all the way. Go back in your cave.
We'll come on stream.
I almost might do that just
Ooh, get him on camera.
just to get him on
You're
camera.
not stuttering enough to be Argyle.
Oh. Move that big foldy chair over there somewhere.
Let's
We're gonna put the drill somewhere too.
let's get a table, guys.
Indeed.
All right.
We don't already have our own table.
We were at the bar.
We were bellying up.
Take our drinks and
It's pretty crowded, and there's not really open tables. When you guys go to a table, like the people there, recognizing your group, like kind of like combine 2 tables to make space for you guys to give you
Aw.
room space.
oh, thanks, guys.
Guys. I help you out.
Don't drink that. Don't drink that.
I won't.
Is it pickle juice again?
No.
No.
You bought it.
Oh, that's right, I did. I forgot.
That would be a goblin drink, fermented pickle
I was
juice.
gonna say this smells like fizzy cabbage and brine and
It's an ale.
Fermented pickle.
pickle beer slushy.
Now he's just mouth watering.
I mean, I drink that in real life. I'd be surprised the thing you can get away with slushifying.
Anyway,
Did you see the firework folk are here?
Yeah.
Buy
Casually
a
look at
round for
them.
the people that cleared their space for or our space for us.
okay.
As courtesy. That's probably why they do it every Friday.
It's decent of you.
Just keep buying them around. Like her.
Well.
Firework folk. Gypsies. You know, the like. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just, it's cool.
Lale comes out from the back room, kind of goes over and settles into his chair by the fireplace. Fireplace has a fire going already. And the only music, though, is the occasional strumming of Bork on his stringed instrument.
I remember in years past I was always excited to see the fireworks. But as I've gotten older, I'm more excited to see Bork be excited about the fireworks.
I'm really trying to contain myself right now.
Why don't you sing us a song?
Oh, a song you say?
A song!
I
sit
stand up
back.
on the table
Sit back with my beer.
and I take the pose. Hold on, I gotta come up with one. I could sing
So
you the song
while-
of my people, but
Well,
more
this
like
is
they're
going
like,
on. I'll take a little. I'll go over to Lane and I'll crouch down by his chair and just put my hand on his hand and hold his hand. And
Lale.
what did I say?
Lane.
Yeah, Lane.
Aw,
Lale.
2 letters off the alphabet. Almost there. Almost there.
completely different person. Like some random guy, like.
Were you like?
All right. Hey. I always wanted to score me enough too.
Dude, she's 50.
And I'll just give him. I pull a little sprig of holly out of my pocket and just give it to him, and just like in recognition of, like it's been a tradition that we've had done for years. Like my mom did it with him.
He's like, thank you, Amra.
Oh, you're welcome. I feel a little sad now.
And at that point, I'll ad-lib a song about slipping into senility.
Waiting to hear it.
Oh no,
just
no.
a brief moment, just a brief interaction, then I'll
Yeah.
go away. Yeah. I bought you time so you could come
Oh
up
no,
with a
I
song.
ain't singing. You guys are SOL. Like,
What?
dude,
We've been hyping this on social media all
I
week.
feel let
that's
down.
your fault, not mine.
Chat's just calling
Chat,
for.
do we want to hear Zero sing a goblin song?
Chat's just calling for goblin songs. And arson.
Oh, okay, and Farm Boy in the back over there doesn't really get anything to say in the matter. No, yeah, no.
So who do you think's gonna win tomorrow at the blue ribbon stuff?
There's like games and events like the three-legged races and
Biggest vegetable.
and there's like it's also time for like courtship rituals and things like that as well.
Kazma always wins the egg race.
But who's gonna win?
I haven't entered in that since I was 7.
She thinks you're a shoo-in this year.
I guess.
And then he died, bonk.
Kyber toss, though.
And then I walk over and pick up my beer. So, yeah.
I am fascinated by the Erisian guy. Erison? How do you say it?
He's not from
The northerner.
I was
The
gonna say,
Northerner.
I hope he's not from
Isn't that
there.
isn't that what you said?
No,
He's in the
Oh, I'm sorry.
Land of the Linneran Kings. Erisia used to be part of that, so
Right.
it's the same basic deal.
Okay.
Ulfin.
The northern guy.
The Ulfin.
The Ulfin. I can't stop looking at him because he just looks like the men that my mom described of the land that we came from.
When he sees you, like kind of like staring at him, he kind of like sits back in his seat, pulls his hood up.
Great, you embarrassed him.
Dun, dun, dun.
What? Well, I didn't mean to embarrass him. He just
Maybe he's just intimidated by him.
Does this place have like serving winches? Excellent.
I mean, you know all of them.
and they're not
Be that as it
afraid
may.
to slap you around when you act inappropriate.
Okay, but serving winch is the position.
Except for that one that's missing her pinky finger.
Goblin's teeth fall out all the time.
One time you bite somebody's finger, one time, and they never let you forget it.
I forgot to explain too. Like his musical instrument looks cobbled together. Like it was originally something that was really nice, but it's got like planks of wood that are nailed through it, and like some of the tuning forks are replaced with teeth.
Like an old cigar box
Yeah,
guitar,
yeah.
almost.
Yeah, but he's just smashed it over people and things too many times and had to repair it.
Maybe they'll have a new guitar or lute that you can
I'm
pick
good.
up.
It's not a lute; it's a guitar.
Guitar?
There's a big difference between a lute and a guitar.
I don't know. I'm not
I didn't expect you to know. I'm
All right.
telling you.
Well, tell me.
I just did.
Okay then.
All right. Moving on. Because I'm like, I'd give you the mean mug, but I don't have. It's hard to see when the.
The froth.
Yeah. Yeah. So Goblin Banjo. That's pretty accurate.
Goblin Banjo.
When
Yeah.
a server comes by next, I'm going to ask him to bring me one of what the northern guy is drinking.
And some pickles.
She kind of stops. She's like, "Sure."
Is it strong?
Well, yeah, pickles are delicious.
Very strong.
Bring me
Oh,
one
you're
of
talking
those.
about the alcohol.
It's
My
not for
bad.
me. I'm gonna bring it to him.
What is
Oh,
he
okay.
drinking?
I thought we were gonna drink the strong stuff.
It's a strong distilled from potatoes beverage that comes from the north.
Potatoes are good. You know what? I'll take some of that too.
Yeah.
And pickles.
You probably should.
Oh, come on.
It's midnight.
Are you afeard of my superior goblin metabolism, sir?
Nope.
Excellent.
It'll be entertaining at the best.
It's true.
So yeah, she leaves. Alyssa, so you grew up with her, so
Okay.
just a little bit. She's just growing up in the village. Because how old is your character?
I'm 36.
Okay, so yeah, you like maturity-wise, she's probably just ahead of you guys, but humans grow so fast.
Mhm.
She was just outside of your friend circle for the most part, and just old enough to be outside of yours as well. And everybody's outside of yours,
Well, yeah.
except for these guys for some reason.
Time. It works that way.
But yeah, she's like, I'll be right
I
back
gotta
with that.
respond to this.
I remember hanging out with your dad like 10 years ago.
So, yeah. She goes and brings back these, like, you guys are used to, you know, your
Mugs of
your
frosty
mugs.
ale.
And she brings over these really small cups of this just like clear, looks like water. Sets them down.
Smell it. Whew.
Yeah, it's got a pretty,
Sharp.
yep. And she sets in the pickles too.
Yeah. And like,
Just pour it in with the pickles.
dip the pickle in.
There you go. I watch him.
Yeah, you drink it and it like and goblins have some,
Metabolism.
yeah, but like it burns going down.
Yeah, I'm like,
unlike anything you've had.
I think they might burn worse because you're usually so full of like bacteria and enzymes.
Digestive.
Just cleans it all
bits.
out.
Yeah. Oof. It's good.
I drink
I'm
it
just ailing.
all the
You
way
should,
down.
you should drink it. It's good. Try some.
Powerful stuff.
No, I'm,
No,
you
it's
know I
delicious.
don't really drink.
That's fine.
Whew, that burn's going down.
Babysitting tonight.
Looks like it. I'm gonna take the little shot glass over and set it down in front of him
Okay.
and sit down at the chair next to him and just say, I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you by staring.
It's okay, you didn't offend me.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe because you put your hood up, you were offended by me. What brings you to these parts?
Just passing through.
Oh, okay. All right. How are your travels? How have your travels been?
Good. He like takes the hood back down, kind of like takes a moment and looks around. And like if you glance around the bar at all, like about half the people here are watching your interaction with him. Probably
Why?
including all your friends.
Yeah, we're all
Because it's a
watching.
small town.
We're talking to that guy.
I'm walking around on the table taking requests.
He doesn't get credit.
Yeah.
Are you staying for the festival tomorrow?
I think so.
Oh, awesome. Well, you're in for a treat. It's one of the few fun times a year that they have around here.
Smells it.
If you wish to share a drink with me, and he like points to the drink that you brought, and like just kind of like lifts his own up like in a toast.
That's much too strong for
Do
me.
it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. From the other table. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Singing in a song.
Yep.
Have it your own way. And he
I brought this for you.
Boo!
Starts off another song. We.
Nope, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, from the other table.
My wisdom is too high.
Bring us another one.
Well, I appreciate the drink. Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Come on, Kaz, you want in on this?
I'll go back to my friends.
I'm good with ale. Yummy.
You're a dwarf.
Just relaxing.
Ale is good.
I'm drinking probably honey mead or whatever it is,
Stop
watered
it.
down
The
stuff
song.
that
Pick up
elves
the
drink.
tankard. That
I'm
one's
gonna
not
tell
mine.
you right now, mead is not watered down.
No, meat is.
Isn't honey mead like?
Yeah,
like-
stronger than beer by a substantial amount.
And delicious.
Okay, whatever.
And
I'll sip on it then.
Okay.
And at the appropriate time, taste it.
That's
just
kind of like the whole
apple
thing. Like
juice.
elves just drink wine. It's like y'all realize wine's way stronger, right?
They drink it in like those little vodka glasses that the Russians drink it out of. Like this much in there.
With the little glass
You know,
stem on it.
Yeah, it's not like your you know, the stereotypical soccer mom.
Yeah, I think it has
The
more to do
glass
with
that
the
holds a
quantity
bottle
that
of
they
wine.
drink.
I buy it in boxes.
I ain't fancy. So, how'd it go? Oh, did you come back?
Yeah, she's back at the table.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
What?
What'd he do?
I apologized to him for being offensive, and he accepted my apology.
That's lame.
I just.
What else was I supposed to... What?
I don't know. I thought you were hitting on him.
So she says that I'm
Oh.
just like. Not over it.
He's human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have lost your mind.
What? What's wrong with that?
She likes me short and hairy.
the
Yeah,
look.
I just stop and go like, did he really just say
He
that?
did. He did just say that.
kudos to you,
I
sir.
just like pat his head. Aww.
She's touching me.
It's true. You got the second base. That's second base, right?
Totally.
Drink my mead.
Wow. I mean, just wow.
Hi.
Hi.
You're applauding his courage, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Because you're a goblin.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Unless you're secretly not.
I'm not doing anything.
So we
Yeah.
probably sit around and
We pass the night in
chuckle.
revelries.
Okay.
Yep. Until the fire.
Tell stories of the stupid stuff that you guys did when you were kids that I remember better than you do.
That was like 2 years ago for me. Like seriously, goblins hit maturity at like age 5.
You remember that time you thought you could like surf on a log down the river and I had to save you?
Nope.
Wasn't that yesterday?
Oh, was that yesterday? Time
No,
is
it worked
so
yesterday.
valuable.
Probably order a stew or something.
Okay. Yeah, get dinner here. It's not uncommon. And you guys, you know, the village itself works more on a barter system than a coin system most of the year. So you guys come in, you order food, you drink, and you're not paying coin out for it. You go and gather supplies or trade the supplies you gather to the inn so that their larders remain stocked and things like that. So yeah, you come in, you order. It's probably once a week you come in and have your meals like this, and this is a special occasion because of course tomorrow is the festival, which the inn will be catering most of anyway. And yeah, the night passes pretty well. The gypsies, have a few of their songs as well, and they invite you over to play along.
By all means.
And like they even try to like teach you a few chords from some of their songs and stuff. And
Reasonably proficient.
they are extremely entertained
That.
with you. So.
Oh well, they should be. I'm entertaining.
And they are entertaining as well.
Well, that's good.
I mean, juggling. And
Oh, okay. Acrobatics and all that
things
weird
like, yep.
back
and singing and many of them are musically inclined. I'm gonna have you make a die roll because you haven't rolled dice yet.
Yeah, I did the first thing. We all had to roll dice first thing. Like now you're making me do it for reals, and I don't like that.
I'm gonna have you make just a perception check.
Oh, good lords.
Ooh. All of us or just him?
Just him.
Oh, perception. I haven't played this system before, so it's all kind of new to me.
Does Jax have any more weird personality
Yes.
slips throughout the evening?
I didn't know.
No, I wrote
Well,
it,
it took me a while because I kept looking for it down here.
but I wrote it there.
Okay.
I got a 12.
12 total.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing too
All right.
untoward.
Fantastic. Are they going to kidnap me?
No.
Well, they do that with children, and I'm roughly child-sized.
And age.
Yeah, maybe.
They don't typically steal the ugly children.
You know what? I am a rather dashing
fired.
goblin. I'm not even, actually.
Anyway, you have a lot of fun
Yeah, that's
hanging
cool.
out with them, and
I got roofied by a bunch of gypsies and wake up.
hey, keep your real life stuff out of this.
I don't think I actually know any gypsies, and maybe I do. Hold on.
Do you remember?
That's why I said hold on.
But no, the night goes by fairly uneventful. The Ulfin stranger at some point gets up and like talks to the people tending bar and gets a
I'm
room
not a
key
pikey.
and goes upstairs. So he disappears a couple hours into the evening.
Okay. And he doesn't interact with anyone else the whole
No.
night.
No one from the village is bold enough to go to his table. And yeah. Any other shifts in
Nope.
all right.
It's just ones and twos.
Nice.
I rolled a one.
So yeah, at somewhere probably approaching the midnight hour, you know that you do have work in the morning to prepare for the festival still. The festival starts mid-afternoon. So, you know, with chores waiting you in the morning, you tend to break up at about midnight.
No, so the fireworks aren't tonight.
No, the fireworks are at the end of the festival.
I feel like I've been lied to.
Well, I gotta get up at 4, so I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Chores.
I'll walk with you till we get to the fork in the road.
Oh, okay, cool. Come on. Finish up the rest
Two of them leave. You're walking pretty unsteady. You've probably been keeping your normal ratio of drinks, but those extra shots really
are starting to wear.
got you rolling a bit.
As we start walking down the road, I cough. Wow, that hit me really well.
Oh. It's alright, buddy, I got you. Like, link arms just to make sure he's not gonna fall over.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
Yeah, how about I'll walk you home tonight.
Oh. That's not necessary, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it might be necessary.
It's been a while since I've had so much alcohol.
It's a dark night.
It is.
What's our moon at right now?
We'll say it's a couple days away from full.
Okay, so it's fairly bright out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't got no chores in the morning. I'm just sitting there playing music and eating ham at the same time.
Ham and pickles.
Yep. Got like a ham, like, you know, ham, like a good chunk of ham steak jammed in the corner of my mouth. Like, got a pickle in my pinky, and I'm like trying to sing at the same time. It sounds like Bill Cosby having an aneurysm.
How weirdly specific.
Oh, something about pudding pop.
We hear chuckling from 3 rooms away.
Just loaded out of my gourd. Like a beer and a shot in. I feel kind of sad about myself, but
They leave. I'm just like, I'm babysitting the goblin by myself.
hey, it's party time.
Which mostly means I'm just entertained the whole time.
Laughing.
Right. I'm just there in case it gets serious.
Or the gypsies do intend to.
There's an open
kidnap
fireplace that could get serious with the goblin involved.
About midnight, the inn does start to clear out, and the gypsies go out to their wagons.
Do they have dogs at their wagons?
They do.
I'm gonna avoid that place.
Okay. How late do you stay?
Well, just until we can
it's
pry
tough,
bark
man.
off of the pickles and.
Got it.
Well, pickles and ham are how you get over the alcohol. Like, I thought everybody knew that. Throwing like a fried egg and like half a loaf of bread and pickles and ham. Probably like strumming my guitar on the way home, singing some, like humming some song like pickles and ham. You know?
How can I rhyme this?
Yeah.
Walk him home, start cursing about how I want some ham when I leave. Damn it, now I want ham.
I can't help it.
So you walk Jax to his place.
I do. Yeah.
As we're getting there, Von Venetrina. What's your mother's name again?
He's totally gonna put the moves on you now. Be careful.
You don't remember my mom's name?
It's the alcohol has me fuzzy. I'm just trying to remember her face.
It's Amrua.
Ambrua. That's right. That's right.
Amarua.
Amarua. Ah, I'm sorry. It's the alcohol. It makes me stutter. I remember. Yes, I was trying to remember what she looked like. It's been a while. How long ago was it? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
It was 6, Jax.
6. That's right. Sorry, I get this much alcohol in me. It gets fuzzy in there, you know? Okay. All right. Well, we're here. So,
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you go.
thank you.
Here, we can see your house.
I did. It's right
You'll be
there.
Fine. Yep.
I will
Okay.
most likely see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Jax.
Good night, Von Benetrina. And he watches you walk away. When you walk away, he's not wavering or moving at all. He's just standing there watching you walk. And then when you've gone around the curve, he'll go back inside.
I'm wondering if I should be scared for your family.
Maybe you should. Go to sleep.
I don't go back to my grove. I camp outside his house.
Okay.
That creeper card flipped real quick.
Right? Now I got this creeping elf outside my window. Stalker. Only 16. No, 18. 18. Just had to reassure myself.
I'm picturing like him waking up in the middle of the night and murdering his family kind of thing.
What?
It's the way you said Von Venetrina.
Wake
It's
up.
your name, isn't
Super
it?
creepy the way you say it.
Don't have a creepy sounding name.
No one else says it creepy like you.
Then I'm doing my job correctly.
So, the next morning, the day of the harvest feast.
Put your phone back.
Do I? Nah.
Say you camp out all night, keeping an eye. You never hear the sounds of a brutal axe murder or anything in the middle of the night. So.
That's yeah.
Maybe like a chainsaw fire up once, but somebody's snoring.
Just my dad.
Yeah, I'll leave close to dawn.
Okay.
Like, I'll get up and go back.
Do elves sleep in this game?
I didn't read that.
I
I don't know
don't-
if they do reverie or not in this or not.
Then they don't. If it doesn't say they do reverie, so they do have to sleep otherwise. You don't
I
have
didn't
to
read
get-
it, is what I'm saying. I didn't
Oh, okay.
go through it yet.
I think elves
It
do
did not.
sleep.
It didn't say anything about not sleeping.
So then they do.
Yeah.
So you're pretty wiped out. Come.
I mean, I sleep.
Okay.
I don't stay awake the whole time. I just want to be close to where if I can hear some screaming. But yeah, I'll still get up just before dawn and walk home. Get a little more sleep. Get a couple more hours of sleep.
Okay. So as you're getting close to home, you live outside of town a little bit, right? In your grove. I'm gonna have you make whichever's higher. I'll let you make a perception or survival check.
Okay. Well, there's a 19 on the dice.
Woo!
That's
Um, 3. There's my perception and survival are the same.
Okay. What's
So
total?
plus 6, so 25.
Okay, so you come across the carcass of a deer,
Okay.
and it has been like torn apart by predators,
Okay. What
which
kind
is unusual because with this many people here, you usually don't have predators coming this close to town.
Interesting.
Upon a little bit of investigation, you find the tracks, and it appears to be a canine animal of some sort, or a pack of canine animals of some sort.
Okay.
But they're nothing that you recognize as native to this area.
Interesting.
It looks like 4 good medium size like like dogs, and something else.
Okay.
There is a fifth creature, and once again, it's canine, but you don't really, and it's much bigger than the other four. It's like maybe like an alpha or packler, or maybe it's a really big one and 4 young.
Okay.
But it's you don't recognize the
Did
paw prints.
did they just kill it and leave it, or did they
No,
eat some of it?
they ate.
They ate it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I kneel down and say a little druidic prayer over the animal, thanking it for giving its life to feed other animals. And
If you're a success too, you would have known too that they started feeding before the animal was dead. You critically succeeded on that roll.
that's really interesting. Oh. I'm gonna follow the tracks for a while, see what I can see.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, you can. They go north basically, like straight away from town.
Okay. So they went back the way they came.
Yeah.
Are they following their trail, their exact trail?
Pretty close.
Or okay.
But we're talking like game trails anyway. So
Oh, okay.
sort of path of least resistance.
Okay.
Or maybe they were hunting
Oh yeah. That
and
makes more sense.
followed their own way out, followed
Yeah.
their scent out.
Okay. How
How far do you want to go?
I don't want to go more than an hour north,
Okay.
so I'll go for an hour.
Yeah, you get a good amount of coverage. I mean, it goes to some pretty rough terrain.
Okay.
But you keep on the trail. But yeah, like wherever they came from, they're gone. But
Okay. Interesting. Okie doke. I feel uneasy about this, but I'll go ahead and go back to my house.
okay. All right, so you're woken up at like 4:30 in the morning, basically, and you're woken up because you overslept.
Right. What time is it? I listen to see.
It's your dad. He's like, "How come you're not up working already?"
Oh, I was out with the other kids. We just had some beers. They're ales. I'm sorry, sir. I'll get up and get dressed.
Work's waiting. Big day today.
Yep. Get dressed and head on out. Start doing the chores. Tending to the cows and the chickens and horses. Well, we got some cows for our own dairy.
Okay.
But
So you got your chores and stuff. You're probably zonked out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice thing about being a goblin is low expectations from everybody in town on it. And what about you?
If I didn't get the snares yesterday, doing that. If I'm chopping wood today, whatever.
Is it going out
Work.
checking your snares?
Sure.
Okay. They're empty. Yeah, you go out and like the snares are usually you have like 1 or 2 that have caught, but nothing. Just a bad day. And going out and checking it out, like the area around the village feels really quiet.
That's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Odd.
So I'm gonna have you make a perception check.
I mean, I'm chopping wood.
probably when you're out checking your traps.
Yep.
3, so 7, 10. 10 total.
You got +7.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, nothing too strange out there. Just like the stillness, kind of like even that kind of like you shrug off after a while. It's just like yeah, it happens. Maybe yeah. They know the cold's coming.
Right.
It's a really clear day too, by the way. Like it's like really clear, which means it's also really cold.
It's a crisp day.
Yes, very crisp day. And in that manner that is typical of like a festival or holiday, like the day is crawling leading up to the event. You know, like everything just seems like it takes so much longer. Like every time, there's so much to do, and you lost half an hour, so you're scrambling to catch up.
Yeah.
And you're exhausted that next day too. And so of course you're like slipping and tripping and not at your full.
Trying to heft up the hay bales into the wagon and like dropping them or overextend and they go off the other side. God, just
Yep.
So.
And but you do get the wagons loaded up. Your family has 2 wagons to go into town with, and you do get that done. You get your work done as well and everything finished chopping. As you're going around town as well, you notice like the Ulfin like out back behind the shoe, and he's chopping wood, presumably for the inn. And he's out there, and he's like has like his like shirt stripped off. It's cold out too. But he has like his shirt stripped off, and he's working. You know, the cold doesn't seem to bother him very much. But yeah, he's just out doing that. But you see once again, like, and he's not using his axe to chop the wood with.
Right. A natural like splitting off.
But you see once again like his round shield with his like laying on the ground with his pack in it, and then his axe lying across the top of it.
I do believe he's showing you up with the axe chopping or the wood chopping.
Just means less work today.
But yeah, eventually the sound of merriment can be heard in town, as like especially the younger kids, which there's around a dozen of who are younger than you in town come out, and games are starting to be set up, and the normal activities of the town get put on hold for the festival. And there's like the festival's held mostly in the inn because of the time of year and the weather, but there's a few tents set up outside as well. And there's like a great big bonfire that'll be lit later in the night. And so yeah, the town starts to come together, and people on the outskirts start rolling in as well.
We'd probably be in there setting up like the hay pyramid for the kids to play on, and seating around
hay bales with targets for archery competitions. And
seats
like
around
that.
the fire, pit and whatnot, and helping set that up.
And there are events like that, like there's archery competitions and like knife throwing and feats of strength, arm wrestling.
You perked my interest.
I'll just walk around town in my finest dwarven cloak, dragging it like a foot and a half behind me, just like actually like playing something appropriately festive.
Okay. And you have like the Vrisian wagons are all opened up now. It's like the front's like open up and like awnings, and they're selling and trading their various wares as well. One of the wagons is still like closed up and kind of behind the other 3, however, which of course is normal, as that is the one that probably contains the fireworks that will be set off later.
I go in that direction. Doing anything.
On my hour back, like I'm still being aware of my surroundings, but I also want to probably look for the normal things that I like, the herbs and the roots and the mushrooms and
Shrooms.
what are like willow, if I find a willow tree, whatever for medicines and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find your
My normal stuff.
on the way back.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
But I'm thinking things that I can trade to try to get, with the gypsy people.
Okay.
The Vrisians.
The Vrisians?
Yes.
Varisian merchants.
I mean, technically you're all Varisian.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
You
true.
live in Varisia. But,
The
So you guys get back? Do you join in any of the festivities, or?
Oh, yeah.
And there's plenty of food being laid out, and so you can run races, or you can compete with the best archers of town. Which there's a few really good archers in town. Some hunters. And...
I'll give an archery shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a simple weapon, right? Bow. No, then I
Short
don't.
bow is.
Short bow?
Short bow isn't? Oh, you screwed, bro.
Yeah, I got nothing there.
I mean, you can try.
Oh
You're
yeah, I
just
can
not-
try. I'm just
You're
not.
just not proficient with it. You never know. You could get lucky.
That's true.
So let's see what your overall performance is in archery. You still get your dex bonus.
Yeah. Just on my. Ooh, 17, 18, 19. 19.
That's going to be a really good showing.
Just like.
Yeah, you go out. You're given 3 arrows, and you don't bullseye any of them, but you get them all really close and
Nice grouping.
yeah, nice grouping and a lot of cheering for that.
Since I've already lost an hour, I'll go ahead and skip my nap and just come to town.
Okay. So yeah, you'll be in town as all this is beginning as well.
Okay.
Do you wish to participate in the archery competition?
Yeah.
You're an archer, right?
No.
Oh. Well, we'll see how it goes.
I'm more of the throwing stuff kind of competition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna partake of this throwing stuff too.
Do we have throwing axes or throwing
Knives.
knives?
Nice.
Yeah,
that's,
because
that's
that's
a different
simple.
competition.
Oh.
So you can try the archery.
I'll try
Are
it.
you proficient in a bow?
No. I'll just be like, let me try that. Give me that.
You're
Here
an
you
elf.
go.
You're an
Yeah.
elf, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm profiling now.
Oh,
Ha! I'm sure you'll
Elves and
do.
bows, come on.
Well, but if they're not simple weapons, then I'm not trained in them.
Just don't add your
Yeah, you can add your
proficiency
dex, though.
bonus. I'm sure you'll do well.
19.
On the die.
No.
Okay.
16 on the die.
Okay. So yeah, you do really well. It's very similar. Like you don't hit a bullseye, but
Uh-huh.
you get really close, really good grouping, all
Okay.
very close in. So obviously somebody who is decent at this, or just having a really good day at it.
Beginner's luck.
extremely lucky.
Excellent.
Did I do better than him?
No?
You guys tied right now. Right now, you guys are the top
Oh.
contenders. There's going to be 2 other people who attempt to contend with you. One is, of course, one of the hunters in town,
Okay.
who is normally quite adept. We'll see how he does today.
We'll see.
He's looking at us like, what the heck?
Right? And he gets a very similar grouping, but just not quite as close.
Oh.
Dun, dun,
I give him some playful jabs.
Yeah, he had an 18 total, so
Wow.
not as good.
So-
And then one of the
Close call.
gypsies comes over.
Oh.
More of
Ooh.
a trapper rather than.
Right?
And he just sinks one bullseye after the other.
Oh.
What? How
With
can
his-
you rig archery?
With a 25.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
Come in, let the
Well played, sir. Well played.
And
Favorite time of year.
there's a lot of cheering, and he does like a few bows to the crowd, and everyone's laughing and cheering. But yeah, he kind of waits till last. and
I'll
goes in
cheer
there.
for him.
And,
Yeah.
I'll clap politely. Well done.
and then he's like, "We have better bows in our wagon if you're ready to trade." He did come over and use his own bow.
Excellent. Then shall we go on to the next event?
Did you want to know like what we have on us?
Sure.
Is that important?
You know,
right now?
this might not be a bad time to give a quick
Oh,
character
yeah.
description.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we should do that.
Yeah. That kinda,
So
so
to see who goes first on that one too.
no, we'll keep the same order. When we do a roll like that, we'll keep it for the session. So let's start with Ash. What do we got on Jax? What does he look like?
So Jax is basically, he's a 6 foot tall, 190 pound, 18-year-old dirty blonde hair kid. Bright eyes. That's about it.
Pretty fit.
Pretty fit. Yeah, he's well fit. Usually pretty serious. Got a smile on his face though during fun times, and so yeah. Simple clothes, nothing fancy. Doesn't carry any weapons on him. He's not a fighter or anything
Right.
that you've ever seen him. Dagger.
Okay.
Okay. Goblin, about 3 foot tall, like blue-gray skin, beady red eyes, wearing a broad-brimmed hat. Looks like the top's been sewn back on. Wearing a dwarven cloak. It's obviously too long for him. It's like blue with like filigree. It looks like it was really nice at one point. But, you know, like the back, like foot and a half, it's just dirty. Because he's been dragging around in the mud all day. Wearing like, you know, a reasonable coat with like a little tunic underneath. Like a yellow shirt and like a blue jacket. You know, just things to try to attract attention to himself. And shoes with curled toes, like pointy curled toes.
Nice.
Nice.
Put the bell on it.
No, man, that's just ridiculous.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Okay. And you're carrying your instrument, your goblin banjo.
Yes, goblin banjo and self-made goblin. Oh, and he's got like, you know, a belt with like a dagger on it.
Okay.
Okay, so my gal is a tall, slender, pale-skinned elf, like really pale-skinned. And I have like kind of like blue-gray hair that I always, it's like, you guys know it's really curly, but I always wear it back in like a French-style braid. But there's like one strip of like white hair that kind of goes off the side there. And I carry around a staff that I got from a tree that was struck by lightning. And that is my staff and my spell focus.
Okay.
And yeah. Oh, and I wear set of leather armor, like on a regular basis. I just wear my armor.
Just in case.
Yeah. Well, that's what my mom taught me to do. It's part of my daily. But I have a shield too, but I don't carry that around.
So the studs are more like pieces of bone then? They're not metal because druid?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Or like hard pieces of wood or
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
So, probably like 4'5". Red hair, back into a big ponytail, braided beard. Mostly just all of it's tucked in though, like to kind of keep it out of getting snagged by trees and branches and twigs and all that fun stuff. I usually wear just a bunch of greens. I have a breastplate, but it's got like leather over it, so it's not shiny. Carry a hatchet and a pick. And they're both like custom leather. Probably have me.
So you wearing your breastplate to the fair?
Probably not. Okay. But typically, like if I'm out in the woods and stuff, I wear it around.
Yeah, you know that there's dangers outside of the
Right. Yeah.
the occasional bear or even wolf is not unheard of in this area. Okay.
Bears.
Yeah, I don't have like no bows, no crossbows, but I don't hunt. I trap and scout.
Trapper. Got it.
Trapper, rancher, musician, and hunter-gatherer.
Party of legends right here.
That's right. That's right.
So at some point during the festivities, like earlier in the day rather than letting it go very long, I want to tell you that this morning while I was out walking about real early this morning out in the woods, I found a deer that had been ate by but it was like odd. It looked like wolves or something, but one of them was really, really big. And I'm just worried because it was kind of close to your ranch. And I tracked it for quite a ways. They went north. But I just think that's kind of maybe something that you should know because of your livestock and stuff.
Well, thank you for bringing it to my attention.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
There was like 4 normal size canine animals and one was like huge. And that I've never seen prints that huge in a wolf.
You've only lived here your whole life, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just... But the years before I was born, did your mother ever take you, I don't know, south to Varisia? Or not Varisia, Osiria? Or
No.
places south?
I was born here.
I hear it's nice.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, large wolf creature, yes? Perhaps.
Are you talking in the weird tone or in your tone?
I'm talking in the tone I'm talking now.
No, I mean like,
Out of character, he's not normal Jax right now.
that's what I'm asking. Yeah, because that seems like Jax knows that I was born here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're 50 years old and he's 18.
Yeah.
So
that's 18 years worth of time that I've known you.
yeah, so she could have taken you on a trip somewhere. I don't know. Do you share that information normally?
We're close friends.
Yes, of course. Anyway, sorry. I'm just was wondering. Because the farther you go out, you see oddities and strange creatures and things of that nature. So
I agree. I'm just saying for around here it's totally weird.
Indeed. Perhaps they are migrating. I'm not too familiar with wild animals.
Oh, okay.
More horses of the nature.
I am.
Well, is that unusual migration pattern?
Well, like I was just saying, for around here, it was extraordinarily large for the wolves that I've seen around here. And I have a good amount of experience.
I'll be sure to tell Father.
Okay. Hey, I hear there's like another contest somewhere. Let's go check it out.
Yes, indeed. I would appreciate that.
So before this whole like knife throwing contest kicks off, these gypsies, they're like selling stuff out of their. I'm gonna go over to one of the gypsy areas that has hopefully no dogs.
Okay. They don't have their dogs out. Their dogs are guard dogs.
Okay, well,
So
or
when they're
horses.
trading, the dogs are locked up.
Fantastic.
And the horses that pull the wagons are kind of off. They can have like a little corral area where all the animals are hanging out together.
That's good. Keep that away from me. I'm gonna go over there and be like, "Do you like what? What exactly do you sell here?
But they have a plethora. What are you looking
I
for?
want a fake mustache.
Oh yeah, we can make that happen.
All right. I'm gonna buy
A couple copper.
All right, I buy.
just go back and-
like.
Trim it off a horse's tail.
Oh no, man! If that's what happens, I'm like, and now wait a minute. I was told this was authentic, and I feel like I've been let down.
It is an authentic fake mustache.
Okay.
The gypsies are, I would say they're like the medieval version of the Wish App.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if it's man, you can't be saying that. I'm like, and I want an infinity gauntlet and solar powered.
They get you an oven mitt.
Just painted gold.
With some stones on it.
Yeah. Rocks like river to the back. I'm like, that'll work! Behold, mortals!
He tries to snap with.
I'm like, I don't know how this works yet, but I'll figure it out. When I do, you're done. Alright, I'm writing that down. Fake mustache. It's a readied item.
It's a readied item. I'm ready with it. Mustache on or mustache off? Mustache off.
No.
Too bad.
I'm totally rocking the stash right now. Like some blonde, like handlebar job that's just like, you know.
As we're walking over, I go, well, there's something you don't see every day.
Like, bing, bing, bing. Yeah, just playing music, like walking around with a giant handlebar mustache. I mean, it's completely casual.
I think he ate a cat.
Where on earth did you get that ridiculous mustache, my friend?
It is a fantastic mustache, and I got it from the gypsies.
I see.
Or, I guess they're not gypsies.
We've taken to calling them that,
All right,
though.
from the gypsies. Because I'm like,
So I heard there's knife throwing to be
Indeed.
thrown.
indeed.
So let's go.
Let's go to the knife throwing contest.
Let's go throw some
Come to the
knives.
knife throwing contest with us.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you guys, there's a bunch of like.
I pull. I'm sorry. I like pull him like back, like they're walking, and I'm like, oh my god, have you noticed how weird Jackson's being?
Nope.
Dude, where'd you get that mustache?
I just told you, I got it from the gypsies.
That is. I want one.
I don't know
Well,
what
then
you're
it's
talking
like 2 copper.
Show
We're
me.
in for
Let's
a
go.
storm.
I'm like, I just
soon,
point.
though.
I'm like, just go ask them for one. I gotta go knife throwing.
Oh, wow, I want to throw knives too.
Well, then make up your mind. You can
All
do
right,
that.
let's go.
All right,
You guys coming?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
all right, we're going.
I think it's fine.
I just throw a knife at a random person.
Dude, you just can't go throwing knives like
I
that.
can. I just did.
I know,
It
but
just happened.
ah!
No, it's like stuck in a tree over here. It's like, Fah!
Totally great. I don't know.
Well, that's normal, Jax, but just a minute ago he asked me if I've lived anywhere else.
So,
Also, last night he asked me how I was doing like 6 freaking times. And then acted like he hadn't even seen me when I came into the bar.
Awkward teenager kid. I don't know.
No, there is something wrong with him. He is weird. It is like split personality stuff. Pay attention to it. Just pay attention. Like, not right this second.
when you look at...
Hey, actually, you go and kind of pay attention to him for a minute. I'm gonna have both of you make a perception check.
Oh my gosh. 14.
21.
Oh, thanks
So
some.
you notice like a glint of gold under his shirt, like just like the colors, like a gold chain or something, like. And he doesn't normally wear any kind of jewelry.
So we're gonna throw some stuff.
Yeah.
Let's throw some knives.
I'm down.
Totally down for throwing knives.
Knife throwery.
I just keep that little tidbit to myself
Yeah.
for right now. I'll talk to you about the weather and how I expect there's a storm coming on the way there.
Oh, okay. Why do you think there's a storm coming?
There was.
I have weather lore, so we can talk weather together.
Am I close enough to hear this?
It actually doesn't seem like there's a storm coming. It seems really clear.
Right. Well, I mean, like distant, because like all the animals seem like they're kind of hunkered down. There's nothing out really.
Did
being
Mumbles the
active,
cat
but-
tell you that?
Yeah.
When he
You
mentions
go
it, by
throw
the
knives
way,
at
like,
each other.
it kind of hits you that like, oh yeah, like there wasn't a ton of wildlife here normally there.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Normally I sense the any storms coming as much as animals do. By the way, I have one of my from my background is I have resistance to cold,
Okay.
and also any elements cold elements I take down 1 level.
Okay.
So like I'm wearing like t-shirt equivalent,
Right,
whatever. In
yeah.
this weather, this is comfortable for me.
Right. Kind of like the Wolfen guy.
Yes. In fact, do we pass him? Because I totally ogle him as we walk by.
Okay. Yeah.
But I am not interested in humans. I'm just saying.
Fly casual.
Walk by, I see it. I'm like. I don't need to relax and take my shirt off when I chop wood. Or most people can't tell that it's off, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you wearing a sweater? No.
he comes over
Maybe.
for the knife throwing though.
Okay, I casual everybody.
I'm out.
What?
Are we always casual?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Just stop talking.
We both have
maybe
mustaches now.
act less casual.
Yeah, we both have fake mustaches.
Oh my gosh, where did you get that mustache?
Gypsies.
Alright, I'm totally going to get a mustache
Oh,
after we do this
you
knife
have
throwing
to.
contest. Yeah, it's happening.
You should get one too.
I already have.
I know, but
Well, you
We'll
could
be the
shave off all
mustachio
that other
bando.
beard part
No.
and just
then you could
have
have
a
like
mustache.
then you could double up.
No.
What?
There's enough here for everybody.
Oh!
And it got awkward.
I
Alrighty.
forgot to mention that this actually has an adult theme. Just a little
Are we
bit.
labeled for adult? I don't believe
We
so.
probably should change that.
Hey, you have to get it in order to get it.
There needs to be a label that says "not safe for anyone."
Well,
Not safe for anyone. Would you consider
if so,
this?
that should be a stamp, and I'll just put it all over my character.
All right, who's going first on the dagger throwing?
You want one of your townsfolk to go first?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let them
We'll
set
let
the bar.
them.
They're already throwing when we
It's the
get
same kind of thing. It's 3 daggers, and you throw at a target,
Okay.
set up on the hay bales, and we'll have one of the better throwers in town, which isn't saying much, go first. Roll decent though. So yeah, he throws him in. Like the grouping isn't as accurate as your archery shots from earlier, but it's
a knife.
all of them hit the target. All of them go in
Oh.
in about the mid-range to close to the bullseye.
Ah.
So we're setting his total bar at a 15.
Holy
I'll
cow.
clap him on the back. Good job, dude. Good
You wanna
job.
go first?
I don't know.
I might win it this year.
Yeah,
like-
totally.
it's
I'll
like
wait for them to
16-year-old
bring me the
kid.
bale to stand on.
You gonna go? Are you gonna go next?
Who's going next?
You can go next.
Oh, okay.
Ladies first.
I'm just playing with my dice here, but I'll go next. Okay, so since it's a simple weapon, I get to
your proficiency
add my
bonus?
proficiency.
Yep.
Okay. So and
throwing
and
knives,
dex or
are they dex or strength?
Both.
Yeah,
They're
either-
finesse.
whichever is
either
better.
or. Okay. Alrighty, so I get to add 6 to that bad boy roll. Do mama good. Oh, it's only 11, so 17.
So you throw your blades in, they get a little closer in than his were. So you do, and he's like, oh.
Aw.
Like,
Good
good
try,
job,
buddy.
Neener,
It was
Neener.
really close. Who's next?
You want to go next?
You going next one? Huh? You gonna go next? Come on.
Okay. I'll go next.
As
Nat
he's-
20.
Nice.
You
What?
got a nat 20? Oh, man.
So what's your
Damn it.
total?
27.
So he's just like bullseye, bullseye, bullseye.
All the
Just
points
like
in the
jaw
scene.
drop, all of us like.
Just like throws them like, yeah, like 2 other people are just like put their knives down and walk away.
Oh.
I don't want to follow that.
Age before beauty.
You go next.
So
right.
the Olfin comes over as you guys are like kind of bickering, and he picks up like a set that was put down, and he goes over and he just starts throwing them at the target as well.
I think he's going.
All right. By all
It
means.
used to be like nat 20. With the 20, like 8 or 9.
He didn't roll a nat 20. What'd you have for a total?
27.
But he ties your roll.
He's a fighter. They're experts.
And he's just like same thing, like right in between his knives, basically, like centers on like right in the bullseye.
I get like big googly eyes.
And he looks down. And he's like, maybe the knives are better than I thought, and he just walks away.
I go. I don't care. I got a 2. With a 5, I'm like, "Wha-"
Yeah, you're like,
Jeez! What?
and then I'm like, I turn and look at what I hit. I meant to do that.
We take the other 2 away from you and don't let you throw
No, it was just the
anymore.
one. It was I don't even need to do this.
I'm above this.
And walk off. Jump down off the bale of hay that I was standing on.
Is that a 16 or
that is a 16.
Yeah, 16 plus 5, 21. So
Nice.
Not
So you
bad.
get like one in the bullseye and a couple next to it. Pretty good.
Hey.
not bad.
Not
Not,
bad.
not you. That you guys were you and that.
Yeah,
other
there's
guy.
like a round of cheering goes up for you and the Olfin Stranger too. But he kind of he's kind of standing off by himself again, like they're like cheering him on, and
Knife off.
he's like when you look like he's like leaning up against like one of the wagons that came in, and he has a book out that he's like looking at, like he had already put it out of his mind, and he's like looking at a book, and it's like a big like leather wrapped tome. And like people cheering, he looks up and he just kind of like gives like a nod, and then he like just closes the book and like ties the bindings back on it, and sticks it back in his bag.
I go watch the kids wrestle a grease.
You yell knife off, but nobody else takes up the call.
So what do you win?
There's competitions this season.
Oh, there's no winning. Other than
It's all
bragging
this-
rights.
all this free
Town
food.
bragging,
What do
right?
you win?
Yeah.
Lame.
So,
A kiss from the prettiest dwarf in the village. Are there any pretty?
Can you kiss yourself?
Yeah, you
I am
won.
the prettiest dwarf in the
He's
village.
like,
Right, but you won.
Right. So I don't have to kiss anybody.
Little self love later.
Except for I guess I gotta go kiss this guy.
you walk up, hey buddy.
Vaughn is like,
Vaughn's like, I'm taking the prize. I'm the one giving out the prize this year.
Ooh, me, me.
alrighty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the kids wrestle a greased pig.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds fun. I watch that too.
But kids, you mean all your other goblin brothers?
Well, they won't let me. No, they won't let us do it.
No.
Because last time
you-
one of us
'cause you
latched
bite
onto
the
the pig with our
pig.
teeth.
Yeah, after they got a hold of the pig last year, and there was
We were
it
like
was
the
a
clamp, and the
it-
thing's like.
it was a bloodbath. Don't
Yeah.
you remember?
Oh, yes.
It was horrifying.
They're like forlornly just strumming away, watching these kids wrangle a pig.
Singing about bacon.
Ham and pickles.
Ham and
probably
pickles,
still.
that's right. So, look for another fun event. Is there hay bale chucking?
Sure. Will you excel?
Boy, howdy. That sounds like fun.
Isn't that fun? Let's do it.
No.
I'm gonna go watch the hay bale chucking.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. I am the weaks.
What?
Yeah,
The
no.
Olven doesn't go participate in that
Oh, no, I get bored.
Oh. Overwhelming surge of angsty hormones dies down for you.
Watch this. No, don't watch.
We're
cheer you
we
on
are
and
so good at
say,
everything with two.
What'd you do?
I rolled a 4
Oh.
plus my athletics.
Sure, yeah, I'll say athletics. That's good.
9 total.
Wow, so you're like not even like you lack of sleep. You're feeling a little off your game today.
All right, I just got to roll in the book. That's the
Huh?
key.
I'll throw bales. Yeah, 14.
Show off.
I cheer you on. Yay!
A couple of villagers who will get in there too. We'll see. Oh yeah, no.
Go,
You're not
Casmo!
you're not a rancher.
No.
No. One
I
of the older
cheer for you
farmhand guys,
anyways.
like he wins it, and there's like a big everyone cheers for him.
Stupid farmhand.
And then like you hear the ringing of the like the dinner triangle, and
Eats on.
the you know that the meals are being served inside the inn, and you can go in and grab your meals and come back out to a tent if you wish, or eat inside the inn. You know, and you're all of age where you're not required to sit and eat with your families, and sometimes you just want to really avoid them because they can be embarrassing.
I'll
Duh.
go in and grab my grub, head out for the hay bale pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down there and eat it.
Okay. You kind of like leave the group.
Well, I mean, if they want to come out.
I'm going to snag a table in the inn
Okay.
along with like quite a few other people. Like after I like put the plate up there and like kind of climb up, pull a cup out of my bag and like look at some guy and I'm like, I'll dice off for your plate.
These are like the other villagers and stuff.
Yeah. Like,
No, they know better.
Oh.
Nope.
I'll grab the cup and put it back in my pouch. Wait a minute, it's free.
Right. No, they know better.
I just leave it sitting there for a bit. And
I'll get a
probably
plate
actually-
and go out and join him.
Okay.
I'll probably go sit with my family.
Okay.
Because I know the awkward's going to happen, and I can't be there for the awkward. He's always going to be normal to me.
Damn it, Mike.
So your family is your mom and any siblings, or
Probably like a sister.
okay.
Yeah. Like, we value family.
Yeah.
Dwarves.
somebody does.
Did your mom try to eat you
I don't know.
when you were younger?
That's why he's losing 3 toes.
Right.
We only have 3 toes normally.
Like 3 toes total, or like
No,
on each foot?
On each foot. It's actually lies.
That was bizarre. So you head out to the hay bales.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fails.
come out and eat, huh?
Yeah. What'd you get there?
Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, corn muffin, some beans.
Well, you gotta try this pasta salad. It's really good. You want
Ooh.
some?
Yeah.
Put some on your plate.
So the gypsies are like closing up their wagons now. Like after dinner is like as dinner's being served, they're like closing up the wagons and then they're going to like unloading the 4th wagon.
Oh.
The fireworks.
Because at this point in the evening, because it was like mid-afternoon when all the festivities began. So now as dinner is served, it's getting dark out.
Okay.
It's still really, it's really still too, like which makes, as you know from experience, means it'll be a good night for fireworks.
I just have like a second nature, like psychic calling, saying that they're getting ready to go out to fireworks, and I'm like, walk outside. Still rocking fake mustache, just like...
Pyrotechnics are coming.
Yeah, and I'm like... Ooh,
Need to watch this.
Starts like vibrating, so getting all worked up, like...
Shaking with excitement.
Yep.
Yeah, as your family finishes dinner, they get ready to go outside, and they brought like big, thick blankets and everything too to go sit outside and watch the fireworks, which are imported from the Dragon Empires.
Top of the pyramid's always the best place to watch the fireworks from.
Or is he up there?
I'm
put my
already,
plate down,
I'm already
like-
there.
Oh, are you?
Jump up and start running.
Let's roll to see who goes first. Because then I'm going to push you down.
Athletics.
Dex or athletics? Yeah, there we go.
Or acrobatics.
Or acrobatics.
Okay.
15.
15.
Oh!
Tied!
We get
Get
there
up
at
to
the
the
same
top.
time.
Aha!
You guys both jump up and sit down right really awkwardly close next to each other at the top of the pyramid.
Push him off.
Tumble down. That's funny.
Totally was a teen movie moment.
So I had him set up blankets and stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna go find Bork and make sure he gets in trouble. I mean, stays out of trouble. Gets in trouble.
My boy.
So I'll come back up. So, are you guys leaving this year?
The Olfin was still inside with you guys, by the way.
Leaving this year?
Yeah, I heard rumors that some people were going off on adventures. I don't know where, but
I don't have any plans to leave.
okay,
I mean,
that's fine. I'm just.
my dad kind of needs me here.
How's your dad doing?
I mean, he's old.
And it's by elf standards.
Yeah.
So that's ancient for me.
I was like the surprise at when they should not have been having any more spawn offspring.
There's actual spawn in this one, so.
I'm sure you can follow the trail of chicken bones and pickle ends.
That or just look for the hat and the mustache.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 feet. I suppose if everybody's sitting down, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna kind of head the direction of them fireworks.
Okay. So the village itself is laid out in kind of a horseshoe pattern with the buildings, with the shoe being at the very apex of it. And there's kind of like built kind of around a hill, and the hill is like where the tents are set up and most of the activities are going on. And the gypsies kind of take over the top of the hill, and they have their dogs and stuff up there as well, but keep people from getting too close.
Are you feeling called out by the dogs?
I am. Honestly, to get into a fist fight with a dog.
And as they begin to set things up to start, and you see they have a little tiny fire lit.
Like scooting closer, and then when the dog comes and circle around, they scoot back. And the dog leaves, they scoot closer, and then when the dog comes, they scoot back. Just kind of gripping my guitar,
But people start getting situated basically in front of the inn and the surrounding buildings, and setting down blankets and settling in to watch. And a few small fire pits and stuff are dug as well, because it is chilly. And a few fires get going as well, but they keep them burning kind of low. They don't want to dim the lights that are to come with the fireworks.
How long until Bork lights one of those tents on fire?
7 minutes.
It's on. I'm gonna guess 5.
So they're taking the tents down that are on the...
Oh. All right. That time is...
The tents don't need to be up there for that shit to burn.
You find Bort really close to the perimeter.
As expected.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same spot as last
I'm
year.
sure my brothers are probably up there too.
Oh yeah.
Where the goblins are just it's kind of, as the dogs move, it's the bubble of stuff that just...
Yeah, they scoot forward. They look over, they hear, scoot back. But each time, the line of demarcation is just moved forward just a little
close.
Right.
Eventually we'll get there.
A war of attrition.
I need to get a barrel of pickles.
I'd probably fix it, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So yeah, they launched the first rocket goes up into the air. It's really simple and just a burst of color. But as a once a year event, the oohs and ahs begin as the travelers get everything pinpointed in, and the lack of a strong wind seems to help that. And the fireworks show progresses.
15 goblins just standing there like...
Oh yeah, just like standing up.
Yeah, like
eyes
it's just an
riveted on the
awe,
sky, like they're watching the camp, and every time a rocket goes up, all their heads in unison.
I'm just sitting behind watching them.
Like that's half the amusement.
And
They're
you
like-
can
they're
you see they're staring very wide-eyed at that point, just
Right.
the reflection of the fireworks in their eyes, and the pure joyous and kind of creepy grins as they watch.
Drooling a little bit.
And it goes on for some time. Like the village, like this is a major expense, but they seem to always have the funds to make it happen each year.
Every time I see a fireworks show, I'm truly impressed by the wonder of how they do this. Wouldn't you agree? It's the perfect symmetry of light and sound all together in one brief moment, and then it's gone, just like that. Wouldn't you agree?
All right, Jax, what is going on with you?
What do you mean?
You are being so weird.
I'm a teenager. Teenagers are weird.
They, no, you're being weird.
Ooh, look at
and
that
you're
one.
talking super creepy.
I'm talking in my normal voice. This is how I always talk. You're missing the show. Look at that one. Ooh, I think the goblins are actually going to get a hold of one. Look.
That would be glorious. I hope it's me.
Might be.
Whatever, I just ignore him now.
One of the gypsies comes close to where the goblins are, and he has
I feel worse for him.
no, he like wanders over like with intent, and he has like a punk to light something with, and he has something like a string of something, and you see him like light a fuse, and he just throws it like off to the side, a little far, like okay, so you're where the goblins are. He kind of throws it off that way.
Okay.
And in mid-air, they start to light and spin with fire and go in different directions.
Alright.
And
all the goblins
your
lose their
siblings just lose their minds
Yeah,
and
we
go
all
after them.
we all just go bonk.
Okay, so you're in there too?
Yeah. Like it's a scrum. Like we're straight up like rugbying it after these things. Like I'm pretty sure I bit through the calf of one of my teeth pull out into his leg. Like straight up just fisticuffs. Like,
That
bar
And
fight,
the perimeter
like,
is reestablished.
fighting dirty.
that right there makes the entire evening worth it.
Like just abs. Like I kick one of the gones. I may gouge an eye or two.
I think you killed Argyle.
Yeah, like I'm just vicious.
There's a brief pause in the sky display as there's a lot of laughter in the village and among the gypsies as they
And
watch
among the
this.
goblins, we love this.
Right. This is part of the tradition.
Yep.
And then the fireworks display resumes and then ends with a fantastic finale. And every year they seem to add in new things. Like every time you think you've seen all that fireworks have to offer, there's something else that
Awesome.
surprises you. New colors or new combinations of colors and how they fall. And then, despite the fact that it feels like it lasts for hours watching this wonderful game, all too soon it's over. And
as we sit there after the whole display is over, and it's that moment of darkness, you'll hear him say, "And the winds of change are coming, Von Venetrina. Can you feel it?"
So
and then you'll actually
creepy the way
feel some wind blow past you.
I come back to you and hand you a tooth. I'm like, I think this is one of my brothers.
And then I get up and walk down the pyramid.
And I like start feeling around in my mouth. I'm like,
Like a chill goes
yeah,
through my
I'm pretty sure
body.
it's one of theirs.
like when you look at his mouth too, like his lips and like teeth like are soot covered. Like they were chasing these things to eat them as well.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean,
All these like
put
butterflies
this-
that were thrown.
Is it one of his teeth missing?
No, he has his teeth still.
Or put this one with one of the other mementos from previous years.
probably have quite a few.
You've got a Bork bag.
Goblins' teeth actually grow back really quick.
Like sharks.
Like
Yeah,
sharks.
they're like sharks. And they're actually kind of shaped like shark teeth.
That's what I was picturing.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it's hilarious to me.
Well, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm sure I got all sorts of souvenirs.
But
Rad.
then the families start to pick up. Like that's the end of the feast day and everything. It's the village
Okay.
coming together to celebrate this, and yeah, start to disperse back to their homes.
I had put together a little package of like mushrooms and herbs and like whatever, like in a nice little package, and I take it to the matron of the gypsies,
Okay.
and just as a thank you for a wonderful display again this year.
Oh, thank you so much. We always appreciate your care packages.
Yeah.
Well,
And then I just-
And she
Walk
gives you
back
like
up.
she gives you like a small bracelet, like a beaded bracelet.
Oh, I put it on right
It's
away.
like, come on.
Wait, is it
Like
made with metal?
ones.
No, it looks like amber.
Okay, great.
There's probably like 8 or 10 of us. I'm sure they have a litter of pups.
Where's
All burnt.
Oh yeah. See,
The mayor.
right spot.
is he inside?
He's inside still.
In...
Yep, he's inside.
I'll go
Mustache.
inside.
Okay.
No, it better be there still. Just pristine. Everything else is suit covered. Mustache is pristine.
I totally missed my opportunity to get a mustache. I'm really bummed out about it.
Well, I mean, they're not gone yet. You can go get one now.
Their wagons are all closed.
They packed everything up.
Well, I'm sure if you'd be like, hey, can I get one of them mustaches?
They packed everything up. I'm not gonna ask them to unpack just for
I'll
a
do it.
mustache. Don't you dare. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll find a way to make one.
All right. Maybe you
I'll
can
use
shave
like
a
tree
cat.
sap and cat hair.
Well, you don't want dog hair. It stinks.
He seems biased.
Hey, you're in the end.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Just get some witch hair out of the trees.
Oh.
There
you
we
have
go.
a tree beard.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I had to, sorry.
Okay, inside the inn. You go in. There's a few people hanging out in here. A lot of the older people, where it's nice and toasty. Lael's sitting in his chair, kind of half asleep by the fireplace.
Does he have another? Is there another chair by the fireplace?
There's several.
I'll sit down. Falling asleep, I see. Having a nice night? You missed the fireworks show.
Oh, nothing I haven't seen before many times.
Well, so lovely inn you have here. I've always liked it.
He kind of like squints and looks at you. He's like, ah, I see.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it was inevitable.
It was. But where do we go from here? That's the real question.
Well, if the Mordecai bloodline holds true, I think you've bitten off more than you can chew.
Oh, you think I can't control this?
Smiles at you.
Well, old man, the winds of change are coming.
So you've said before.
Indeed. I wish you all the best. And I'll get up and go over to knock his beer over and then walk out.
What a douchey move that was.
One of the other old guys in there smacks you upside the head with a cane as you walk by.
Don't do that again, old man. Or I will kill you. And then I'll walk out. And I walk out. See where these guys are.
Probably looking all stern at that point then.
Yeah, very stern.
You are so creepy. You do really good at the creepy.
Oh, good. Out of character.
So he comes walking out. You see a couple of like the barmaids walk out, like following him as well. They get outside the inn and they stand there kind of like this, just cross-armed watching him go.
I'll walk up the road back to my house.
Everyone else is kind of dispersing at this point as well.
Probably helping my family pack up and get everything back.
Yeah, I'm helping drag all my smaller siblings back to the den.
I get a plate together for my dad so I can take it home to him.
Okay.
Because I haven't been home since last night.
Okay.
Which is not uncommon, but
All right. So you guys all head home to your respective homes. Yeah, you get home, you see your father, he gratefully takes the plate. He's kind of in, he has a hard time moving around these days. He wasn't an adventurer like your mother was, but the years have been still hard here, carving out a life in a new village. You get home, crash out.
Go to bed. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day.
Yeah, you get back with your family, Bork, and
Oh, yeah.
pretty much collapse in a puppy pile and go to sleep.
Yep. By the fire. Was-
You head home with your family and get settled in. And so it's probably around, I mean, so you're a working farm community, so it's probably around 10 o'clock that everyone settles in. And everyone, of course, way overindulged in food and merriment and a little bit of drink here and there, too. At midnight, you're all awoken. And it startles. You don't have to roll for this. You're actually at 2 right now. So
Oh,
we'll get there.
Okay.
It startles you two really badly because what wakes you up is the sound of wind. And everything you read indicates there shouldn't be a storm here yet. But it sounds like just the most terrific of storms. Like it's shaking your homes. The wind is shaking, and the pelting rain and hail. 'Cause it's really cold out.
Wait.
But it's not snowing. And so, and this is all of you. So all of you awaken to this. Even you. I mean, you're a mile away, but you're still caught at the edge of the storm.
Oh, I can feel the winds.
So, the infamous GM line. What do you do?
Well, I'll get up and head for the source. And if I can feel the source.
Just go outside and like look
Yeah.
towards.
Because I can tell this is not a natural wind.
What about you?
I go outside and relieve myself.
Yeah, well, you go outside,
I'm like,
and the wind is just like it's not hail coming down.
I turn so it's blowing at my back.
Well, you're getting pelted by small rocks.
That's just hail. Oh God!
So yeah, you go out and it's like. So what you see is directly over the shoe is where these storm clouds emanate out from, and it's like lightning, like thunder and lightning, like right here. Like you're hearing the crack of thunder the moment you see the lightning. Except over the top of the clouds, like the clouds, like you can see the flat, but there's breaks enough. It looks like a humanoid form coming out of the top of the clouds, made out of the same winds and materials, though. And it's you can hear this kind of laughter, and like it like puts its hand down, and like you see like chunks of rock, and some, you know, and the winds pick up the smaller pieces of debris and whip them around, and that's the hail you hear. But the large boulders are crashing through the shoe. And then as it does that, after the rock lands, immediately afterwards, lightning strikes the same location. And is blowing apart the inn as you watch.
What fresh hell is this?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
I go inside.
Okay.
Okay. And like I'm assuming all my family's woke up and like.
Yeah, they're like looking out windows and such.
I grab Grandpa's great-great-great-grandpa's dog slicer.
Okay.
And a pot.
Okay.
And I put the pot on my head and start walking towards the inn.
Okay.
I probably went inside and started yelling at everybody if we have a cellar, to get to the cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
While I'm cinching on my breastplate.
Okay.
I go in and grab my dad and throw my armor on and grab my shield and put it over the top of us. And just kind of watch and
Hunker down.
This is happy? Yeah, try
Okay.
to find somewhere.
I'll hop a horse.
Hold up.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you in your form,
Right.
it retreats. Like it sees this and it's like complete panic, absolute panic and fear, and you switch back to 1. But now you're somewhat cognizant of what's going on.
What the? Oh my god. Yeah, I'll go and...
Like you feel the other
Yeah.
thing too, though.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah. All right, I'll grab a horse and head to town.
Yeah, but like, and you feel that panic churning somewhere deep inside.
Like, oh my god, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Yeah,
Riding
like
into
that.
town.
So
Like yeah, I'm like full on like grab the pot, put it on the head.
like you
Hike up
are
the sleeves.
you are like pushing
Yep.
against these winds, and like so as you have a really close view as you're walking up in this, like as you're getting closer, there's almost nothing left of the shoe. Like the winds are like the damage caused by the boulders and the splintering, and then the winds are ripping the building apart.
Okay.
And it all like the buildings around it are also getting damaged. Like it's not, but like the focus is on the shoe itself. And yeah, you hear this just like this deep rumbling laughter. Sounds like thunder almost, but you can hear the laughter, and occasionally you see as like the flashes of light. You see this. I mean, it's gigantic, like probably 100 feet tall.
Jesus.
Form over the clouds, and like as you get too close, you start to lose sight of it because you can't go over the lip of the cloud anymore. But there's rocks coming out, like it's pelting off your pan.
Helmet.
Yep.
Okay.
Off your pan, off your pot helmet.
Clang.
Yeah, it is clanging off of
like-
that.
And just keep like if I have to, I'll get like down on all 3s and just try to like gallop along, like claw my way there.
Clawing your way there.
Yep.
You grab a horse. You're gonna. So you come out with your armor on. Do you have a helmet as well?
I don't know. I don't think a helmet comes with a breastplate.
No,
Okay.
it's just a breastplate. Unless you specifically get a helmet.
I'd have to read the thing. I think a breastplate in this is like half plate.
And so the winds swirling are almost like a tornado right at this point on the inn with all the debris. It's picked up all the dirt and debris.
I'll ride as close as I think it's safe for the horse, and then I'll get off the horse.
Oh, it is like half plate, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, you can open face helm of some kind. So yeah, you have rocks clanging off of your, and as you're getting closer, the rocks are getting bigger.
I'll stop. Probably probably where the horse is and out of rock range because I don't have any armor. So and I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop moving closer when it gets to a point where they're more difficult, like super difficult to dodge.
So you guys get close enough, and you can see, like, in the swirling winds, you see the Verissian wagons, like, sucked up in the cyclone of this thing. You know, and they look pseudo intact. Some of them have sides ripped open or blasted open by lightning. But like this is all this, and then the thing up in the air just like shrieks in pure rage and fury, and like the series of lightning bolts just strikes the ground again where the shoe was, and then the cyclone like veers off quickly to the north, like the tail end of it just like whips through, probably moving at about 100 miles an hour. Well, the creature is still in the air, just the tail of it goes off to the north, and then the whole thing like diminishes down the cyclone, and all the wind and fury stops, and things start falling out of the sky.
Damn it, Mark! Snake.
I'm gonna have both of you guys make reflex rolls as you're getting out of there. We'll put difficulty at 14.
Oh, 13.
25.
Okay, so you critically succeed on it. So I'm going to have your critical success is, one, nothing happens to you at all. And yeah, what'd you get?
13. 13, yeah.
Okay,
I missed it
this
by
isn't
one.
like a damage thing, but like a big rock comes down and slams him right on the head, and you watch his eyes cross, and he just goes down. And you scoop him up and get out of there with him. Moments before, a much larger rock falls in the place where he was.
Still has a death grip on the dog slicer.
Right.
Just like...
And yeah, you're booking it out of there as these things are, and you hear the crash of the wagons behind you and all this rubble of the buildings, but you do get to the clear zone, and you see Jack standing out there with a horse.
I'm like waving, over here, over here.
They'd go running over there. But like, you got hit in the head with a one.
What the hell was that? Is he all right? Get that bucket off his head.
Right.
It's a pot.
I know.
Like
It's
a
like
saucepan.
it's dented significantly. Like you see blood coming out from underneath the helmet.
Like sit up, like.
You're still out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
you were just knocked. I'm not doing any real damage, but you were knocked unconscious at the
Okay.
moment.
I'll work on like dressing him, like treating that, making sure he looks okay.
Like take a bit to get that helmet on.
Right.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's got a handle.
Did you see that thing? What was that?
I don't know.
I look at has everything sufficiently fallen from the sky?
Yes. Yeah.
Do I see like bodies of the?
Yes.
So we should you tend to him. I'll go help these people and
Go check on them.
yeah, start looking for either people that need aid or
Still has the mustache.
So,
start dragging people out of the rubble area as best I can.
so yeah, the shoe is gone. Like the building has gone to its foundation. And you find, you find the body of Lael there, and like he's like, looks like he was partially pinned inside the building for a bit, and looks like he was hit by lightning, possibly more than once.
Ooh, he's extra crispy.
Yeah, he's.
Well, I will try to. If there's no if there's nobody alive around him, then I will try and pull him.
Like, and then you as you're, there's bodies of the Verissian gypsies too. Like, doesn't look like any of them got out in time.
Oh my god! Who did this?
I'm gonna have you make a perception check. It's gonna be a high DC though. It's gonna be a DC 20.
I'm gonna spin my chip and roll again. So that was 12, 13, 14, 17.
Okay.
Come on, big numbers.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 plus 5, 25. Well spent chip.
You only see 3 of the wagons here. You only see 3 of the wagons, and you're also pretty sure, like doing a quick count of the bodies and how many people you saw in the inn, that one of the Varisian gypsies is not here.
How many wagons were there originally?
There was 4. There's 3 still here.
So one of them was, and I don't see it anywhere outside.
Right, you don't see the remains of it or anything. Maybe they got it. Maybe one of them got it going before the storm hit. But
Right.
one wagon is missing.
And one,
As is
one
of the
gypsy
gypsies.
is missing.
Yes.
Is it the matron?
No.
She's not here.
No, she's here.
She is here.
She's dead. Yeah.
Do I see the northerner anywhere?
No. The Olfin is also not, and he was staying at the end.
Yeah.
But the debris has.
Could have been whipped. He could have been whipped
Yep.
somewhere else, or got out in time and is,
Or sucked into oblivion.
or sucked into a weird vortexy giants thing.
I'm sure he's fine.
There's. I will pull him out, the mayor, and get him out into the clearing.
I mean, the body is still hot.
Yeah, I'll use like.
Oh, one thing too, since you guys went into the winds, like when you guys were getting closer to the storm, it was warm air. It was really warm air.
And it went off to the south when it left?
It went to the north.
Went to the north.
It went to the north.
So as soon as I hear the wind start going, I'll get Father back on his bed and I'll book it for the village.
Okay. So you see her running up a moment later, full, her normal armored self with her staff,
And my shield, I'm carrying my shield.
looking
I guess.
determined. There is so much devastation here. Like, you see bodies as soon as you get close.
Have other villagers come out at this point? And
Not yet, no.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
people are
still.
yeah, or at this point you probably start to hear calls for help because the surrounding buildings have collapsed.
So I will head for that then.
That's usually probably what I was going to be looking for people. I'll grab a couple rocks on the way
Okay.
for examining later. Sweet.
Well, as you get around the area, like, there's big clefts in the ground. Like, this thing is just
Okay, so these rocks are from here. Okay.
scooping up rocks and then throwing them back down.
All right.
Yeah, definitely not a natural storm.
Nope. Nope.
Well,
I don't know what gave it away.
the big floating giant over the inn. That game.
It was made of this clouds though. It was all.
Do I recognize it as like what I would see in my mom's tattoo?
No.
No.
This looks. I mean,
Totally different.
Yeah, very, very different. Sorry, people at home. I'm going to show the group a quick picture of what they just saw. And
So as I run into town and I'm like looking around, just devastated at what I see.
every way I can.
Great.
There we go. I'm going to put my hand over its level.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh.
That's Gary.
Is there a thing next to it a unicorn?
It was.
I bet you those are tasty.
I don't want to show what level thing I put in my first level group there for a minute.
Great.
So let me know when I wake up.
24.
There was a 1 in its level.
Right.
19. 105.
105.
108.
Oh no.
So bad.
But yeah, so
Head for the house with the people.
okay.
The building with the people calling. Help me! I hear people over here. I'm like pulling stuff out of the way, trying to get to him.
Is that all of you or just you?
Well, he was going over.
Yeah.
He's waking up.
Yeah, you're starting to wake up as
I was like sit up, still holding the dog slicer. Like, what was that?
Turn. Lay back down.
No! I like get myself up. Like, I don't even know how to use this. I can like put it down, like put the pot over it.
the universal goblin sign for mine.
Yeah. Like don't touch
So we'll
your
start
own
trying to
binding.
unbury people.
Okay.
And
Do I see these two digging?
try to make sure we're not collapsing on them more.
Sure.
Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
we.
Okay, then I will.
Can you go help?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Tunnel
start
rat the
trying
shit
to.
out of some stuff.
Okay. Yeah, and like the house is a little further away. Like people are starting to come in now and running up to help, and they see. I mean, it's people like this is a farm village, right? So like death is no stranger here, and so people see what's happening, and they're obviously distraught, but they get to work to help other people. Like there's a crisis at hand that needs to be solved first.
Time to raise that barn.
Yep. And so like a few people go over and start getting the bodies of the gypsies and kind of moving them aside, and they see Lael's body as well. There's quite a few gasping explanations of that, because this is the mayor of town for one, and also the last of the founders of town.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, so this this progresses for a while, and it's only like the buildings that were most immediately next to the chute that collapse. The other ones suffered damage, but nothing like these. It's going to be definitely a big rebuilding project. And you guys spend probably the entire night doing this. I mean, you're in as the day goes longer on, as the sky starts to lighten, more people start pulling in as they realize the people further out had no idea the extent of the catastrophe in town.
They just thought it was a windstorm.
A really bad storm.
Kicked
But then
up.
in the morning, when you look up and you look across and you see all this activity, and you see one of the buildings has gone in town, and people start rushing in, and like the relief force comes in at that point. And you'd done the majority of the heavy lifting is done at this point as well. And a few townspeople have died as well. Like the staff of the shoe all lived there as well. So this is the town landmark. And there's a little bit of processing and coming to terms with the sheer destruction that happened here.
Just work until most of it's done, or I just can't anymore. And
Yeah, so about dawn, like you're wiped, all of you. Like you have pushed yourselves beyond really like.
because this was at
endurance.
midnight, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and you guys had been up and working that morning, and then the festivities of the evening, and really not much sleep when all this happened. Just a couple hours of sleep, and then this. So yeah, the sun starts rising, bringing no real warmth with it, and there is wind now. There is normal wind now, and definitely does feel like a storm is coming.
You missed it. That was insane. There was this thing above the clouds, like hurling lightning and boulders. That was.
I saw it.
Oh, you did? It was just. Oh my god.
Why did it run away?
I got the impression it was because it was mad. Not like it was chased away, but like.
Are you sure it didn't just leave because it was done with what it had done, what it came here for?
That's not the
Clearly
impression
it
I
was
got.
targeting the shoe.
Yeah, but I think it got mad and went north, like it was chasing after something or someone.
I've seen a lot of petty people do a lot of petty stuff, but I've never seen anything roll into town or bust up one building and then leave. Like, I just knocked over your house.
Later.
I'm just saying.
One of the I did notice that one of the Varisian merchants' wagons was gone, along with, I did a count, and there was only one gypsy not present. All the rest of them were dead. Also, the northerner guy, he's gone too. At least I didn't see him. Maybe he was killed, but I mean, we pretty much accounted for every body except his and one gypsy.
Which gypsy is missing? Can we think of which one it was?
There was like.
Was it the bowman?
No, it wasn't the bowman. No, it was. You remember him being at the inn the night before, but he was. I mean, not all the gypsies are super extroverted, outgoing. He was kind of more hanging in the back. He shared a few drinks and was telling a few stories to people, but otherwise not very remarkable.
Gypsy number 3.
Yeah.
So maybe the gypsies were trying to get away, and one got away, the rest of them got sucked up. Maybe the northerner guy just got right the heck out of town once this all kicked off. But them's the numbers.
So covered in dirt. All of us from head to toe.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Rubble.
Still wearing.
You guys have been digging through rubble and.
I just sit down with my staff. I've been using it to like lever up, logs and rocks and stuff, and I feel a little defeated. I feel a little bit like there's so many people dead. This is so much of our village, and I'm grief struck over Lael. I'm just gonna kind of sit there and like in shock a little bit, trying to process.
Maybe a song to cheer us up.
I don't have anything to play.
Just play a cappella.
I pick up the pot and the dog slicer and start beating it. Makeshift. Who's it's? I don't know. I'll sing something uplifting.
Orc, stop pounding on that pan, or I'm going to give you another concussion.
I don't have a concussion in the first place. Ding ding ding. So I wonder if that thing's gonna come back.
I was angry.
That's the impression I got, but I'm no expert in weird giant
Angry 'cause
wind
it-
monsters.
Like knocked over the house or the
No,
inn,
it's
or
sort
angry?
of like yell, like roar, and then went off north. I don't know.
It went off north.
I mean,
Well, I don't take too kindly at it coming here and knocking down my inn.
that is not a kindness. That's for sure.
So.
So what are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna go find it.
That's
You're
insane.
going to go find a giant cloud thing that can throw boulders and shoot lightning.
Hey, it hit me once. I gotta hit it back.
As you guys are having this discussion, you notice heavy smoke coming from the north, very close, if not exactly where your house is. And we're gonna wrap it there.
Oh! He plays it on the pot. Dun dun dun.
Neener.
That seems like a great ending point for the evening. I hope our audience had as much fun watching us as we did playing tonight.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I hope you guys had fun tonight.
I had fun.
Argyle choking on his own laughter. The booth wasn't too much for everybody.
The
I'm
laughter.
I'm pretty sure he pig squealed once or twice while he was in there too.
The laughter from 2 rooms away was
Oh,
also
yeah.
That
a
was
good-
pretty dang
good
good.
point.
Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week, same time, 7 o'clock, to do this again. We are going to be raiding Paizo directly. Also, tune in tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Mountain Time, for Primed and Ready, where we paint models, discuss RPGs, probably this one, and talk all things Warhammer and geek-related as well. But otherwise, you guys have a fantastic evening, and we will see you again next week.
Time to get mobbed up with other
Bye.
things.
Bye.
Have fun storming the castle.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.